Number one, know what you want. This is so crucial. If you're a male and you want to meet women, you have to decide, am I just trying to be a playboy? Am I just want to meet someone for a short term? Am I looking for someone just for a long-term relationship? Am I looking for someone to marry? Am I looking for someone to have kids with? So you got to know exactly what you want. If you don't know what you want, you will get freaking confused. You will go after the wrong chicks. Let me give you an example in real estate investing. When a seller calls me, I ask the seller, hey, seller, this is a beautiful home. Why are you selling? What's your situation? And the next questions I'll ask him is, if my cash offer worked for you and for me, when would you want to move out? And the next question I'm going to ask him is, hey, Mr. Seller, what do you want for this house? Okay, simply put. And some sellers will say something like, well, I'm just testing the waters. Okay, if the seller says something like, well, I'm not sure yet what I want. What do you think the house is worth? Okay, this type of seller, I've been doing real estate investing since 2006, been an entrepreneur all my life. What I realize is this types of sellers, they don't know what they want. So if you give them exactly what they want, they don't know what it is, right? So let's say if their house is worth $100,000 and you offer them $100,000, they'll try to search for more. If you give them 105, they'll try to search for more. They don't know what they want, okay? So this is very crucial. So if you're looking for a woman, you got to know what you want. Are you looking for a woman that you're trying to build a life with? Or are you looking for a woman just to have a transaction with? Or are you looking for a woman to support you? Are you looking for a woman that you can support? Are you just looking just for a sex partner, friends with benefits? So you got to really know what you want, because that's going to define who you're going to talk to, okay? And one of the biggest problems is that I believe that men, they don't know what they want. Just whoever gives them attention, they're willing to just like a puppy follow them, right? And this is totally wrong. That's why the divorce rate is high it is today in America. And I've been in that boat, bro. So I'm coming from experience. I didn't know what I wanted, okay? But now today I know exactly what I want. So when I talk to women, it's very easy for me to say, nah, you're not it. Nah, you're not it. Just a few minutes of talking, I will know exactly what I'm looking for, okay? So number one, very important, know what you want. Number two, guys, you have to decline women. Like literally, you have to decline so many women. You can't be just like a puppy and be so thirsty, like, give women all your attention. You know what I mean? Especially the hoochie mamas. The ones that are just like putting everything out there. Fake lips, fake butt, fake everything, and they're just seeking for that attention. So do not give them any fucking attention, and do not approach those type of women. This is a very important role, because if you approach these type of women, they're going to make you feel bad. Why would they make you feel bad? Is because, let's say if they're 5, even if they're 5, right? They're not even that good looking. They're putting everything out there, right? So you have guys that are 10 that just want a, sexual transaction. And so they'll talk to that 5, right? Because, it's just a quick in and out, right? They don't care. And then you have the 3s men talking to her. You have the 1s talking to that 5. You have the 7s talking to 5. Because everybody thinks, hey, this is an easy play, right? So everyone's hitting on that chick. And guess what? She's putting her booty out, her lips out, everything out. And she has so much options for her. And she's trash. No disrespect to her soul, but just assume that, she's not a value woman, right? High value woman. But she's getting so much attention from all these men, from 10s, 9s, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Everyone's hitting on her because she's putting her shit out. Even if she's a 7 or 8 or a 9, those type of women, like, depends what your goal is. If your goal is just to bust a nut, then see, this is why it's important to know what you want. If your goal is like me, you want someone that you can build a life with, then I'm not gonna give any attention to that girl. I'm not even gonna look at her, dude. Like, your attention is your currency. And the reason men are just chasing women today is because you're giving every woman your attention on Facebook, on social media. You see a girl at the gas station, you just walking at her, salivate. Like, nah, fuck that, dude. Just don't look away, dude, because one of the problems is when you're looking at that, it creates lust. It creates all these lower vibrations. It's going to make you feel like shit, right? And don't do that, dude. As soon as you see a girl showing everything, just quickly look away, bro. It's very, very powerful. It really makes you strong by not looking away, because why would you put yourself in a situation where you can lead into something that you don't want, right? So if you keep looking, then you're going to have lust, and the lust is going to make you want to go hit this girls like this. They're probably low quality, Depends what your goal is, right? So it's very, very important to, keep your attention to yourself. For example, I go somewhere and I see a hot chick. If I just happen to see her real quick, I'll look away. I won't even give her my attention. And what I realize is the least attention that I give these women, the more attention they're trying to persuade me that I should talk to them. Like, I'll go to the Starbucks, and a girl, like the other day I went to a Starbucks, girl, I was sitting right next to her, she was just flocking her hair. I didn't look at her, I didn't talk to her, I was just working, right? But I could see it in my peripheral vision, right? She gets up and she does all this adjusting, right? I didn't talk to her. Like, the more I ignored her, the more she would trying to let me know that she wants me to talk to her. Well, every other guy would be like, oh, you got abs. As soon as they sit down, they'll start talking to her and like, you know what I mean? Okay? Don't do that, dude. The more you ignore them, the better it is. Number 3, bro. Okay? Work on yourself, man. Like, work on your business. Work on your body. Work on meditation. Work on positive affirmations. Work on yourself, bro. Okay? Don't fuck chasing women, right? In your daily life, where if you go to a coffee shop, you go to Tom Thumb, you go to Whole Foods, if you see someone and you want to talk to them, go ahead, go do it, right? But don't spend all your attention and time in trying to like chase women, bro. Okay, you're not gonna get any because your vibrations are very low. What you need to do is just focus on yourself, bro. Okay, now since 6th grade, I've been working out. I've been having my business since high school, so women always came to me. So I didn't know how to cold approach women. I was scared as hell, right? I just had many choices, and I got to choose what I wanted, right? But at 48 years old, I decided, man, I want to conquer my fear. I don't want to be scared. If I see a chick I want to be able to cold approach her without my heart popping out of his rib cage, right? So make sure you control your attention. Control your lust, okay? The other thing I would highly recommend is, man, unless your goal is to be a playboy or to be a fuckboy or whatever, but if you're looking for someone for a long-term relationship, you're looking for a short-term relationship, you're looking for someone to marry, have kids with, bro, I would highly recommend doing sperm retention, okay? Sperm retention. That means, bro, don't get on the Pornhubs, don't ejaculate, don't try to fuck every chick you see, dude. Just hold that shit, right? Because that shit's gonna make you powerful, man. I mean, honestly, like literally makes you powerful, because it makes you powerful through creativity. It makes you powerful because like I talked to 103 women, and not once I tried to try to like visualize and I'm sleeping with them because I was on sperm retention. I knew the end goal is I'm not gonna fucking try to fuck these girls unless down the line I really want one of them to get with and have a family with. I'm like, nah, I don't have to. That's not the motivation. So once you realize that, hey, you're looking for this type of deal, what you want, and you're not going to settle, then your confidence goes up, and your discipline goes up, and your ability to say no to women, and that's so powerful, saying no to women, no. You want to come over? No. You want to go out to eat? No. You want my phone number? No. You want me to come over? No. No. Because that is so powerful, man. I don't know how to explain it. And the more you say, the more confidence you get, the more power you have as a man. Because in our society, they just sell women as sex objects, man. And this is not what I want, but this is American society. Everywhere you go, titties are hanging out on the TV, on the bulletin board, on flyers, on your Facebook, on your Instagram. It's just sex, sell, and women are basically like a sexual tool, and it's just don't feed into that, don't support that. I mean, at least for me, I'm not trying to tell you what to do. I'm not supporting that, right? If I see a hoochie mama, I'm not talking to that chick, dude. Okay, next point, okay? Only go for the baddies, okay? Now, this is very hard if you don't have confidence like me, if you didn't have self-esteem, or if you don't have game, or you don't know how to talk to women because you haven't done it. Trust me, it's very, very hard, right? But what I realized, cold approaching 103 women in the daytime without alcohol, without drugs, is that, hey, the hottest chicks are the nicest chicks. Let me say that again. The 10s are not getting cold approach, man. Like a 1, a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5, a 6, or 7, they don't have the balls to go to the 10. Even a 10 is not going to go to the 10 because majority of men today, just like myself, don't have self-confidence, right? So and self-confidence comes from applying yourself, doing it over and over. For example, when it comes to real estate investing, I got confidence like a monk. When it comes to writing, selling, starting moving company, starting brokerage firm, starting X, starting Beyond Imperial, no problem with confidence. Something I haven't done, of course I'm not gonna have confidence. Like rollerblading, I'm not gonna have confidence. I've never done it before, dude. I'm until I do it. So confidence is something that you will get by applying yourself, dude. You're just not gonna come out being Bruce Lee, dude. You know what I mean? So and for many of my life, I thought, man, you just were born with confidence. So I self-analyze myself, like, well, I wasn't confident when I started a moving company, when I got on the phone with someone, right? So the point of the story is, dude, go for the baddies, okay? Number one, the fruit is a lot sweeter, okay? Literally, like so much sweeter than like 5, right? Number two, they're going to be a lot nicer to you because less men are hitting them up, okay? Now, if they're dressing like, prerogative or, like, a hoochie mama style, then a lot of guys would hit on them because they're just letting everyone know that they're easy. So I don't even go with that kind of women, bro. Like, if you don't have a great self-esteem, if you hit those type of women up, they're going to make you feel like shit. Okay, so don't even play with that. Only hit hot women that are dressed not hoochie mama, you know what I mean? And then you're going to realize that the hottest women are the nicest women, okay? Because not that many men are hitting on them. And the lower you go, if you hit it up a 5, well, every guy that's 10 is hitting on it when they want to have a sperm transaction. Every guy that's a 1 is hitting on it. So everyone between, like, because hot guys will go down when they want to just do a sexual transaction, right? Literally, and it's been proven, okay? So your odds of getting a 10 is so much better than getting a 5. I shit you not. And I didn't believe that myself, dude, okay? But you're able to go and talk to baddies, and they're going to be a lot nicer to you, okay? Number 2, there's less resistance for the baddies, okay? What do I mean? Let me go back to real estate investing. When I started my real estate brokerage firm, we used to do like residential homes, okay? And we would do like $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 homes, and the commissions were good. Then one time we got a multi-million-dollar penthouse, right? I got that listing, and then the commission on that thing was so much more juicier, so much more powerful, and the amount of time that it took was exactly the same as talking to a 5 or getting a $200,000 home. So getting a multi-million-dollar listing, the pay was so much more, the time was exactly the same, the hardness was exactly the same, the rejections were exactly the same. And now I thought, man, Mike, you should only go for those multi-million-dollar listings, bro. You don't need to be going for the $300,000, $400,000 home because you're doing a lot more work. There's a lot more competition. Like, everyone that becomes a real estate agent, who do you think they're going to go for? A $300,000 home or a $44 million home? Well, no, they're going to go for the easiest, lowest hanging fruit, okay? Just like I did. So then once I made that shift, it was like, wow, dude, it's so much easier to go get the highest listings because there's less agents going for that, right? Same thing with 5s and 6. Every Bob and Jose and Chad and whatever, they're going for those 5s and 6 for whatever reason in their mind. If they're trying to marry them, if they're just trying to pork them, whatever. Go for the high end. The fruit is more fruitier, more payout, less competition, more likely less men are hitting on them, so they're more likely are going to be more nicer to you, right? So those are some things you should definitely think about. And again, one more thing, guys. Your currency as a man is your attention. If you're giving your attention to every Jose and Bob, girls, Mary, Sally, Jelly, whatever, every person, you're just looking at everything. Like, you're draining your fucking energy, dude. You're draining your soul power, right? You gotta, keep your eye down, dude. You can't be over this lust shit because the lust will drain your power. What do I mean by drain your power? It makes you have lower vibrations. What do I mean by that? It makes you feel bad. It makes you feel like you're not enough. You need more and this and this. No, you don't need that. You need to focus on your mind, meditation, positive affirmation, working out, going for a walk, doing your hikes, doing your whatever, bicycle, doing the shit you like to do, right? Those things are going to lift your vibrations. Therefore, you're going to get a better outcome, all right? So it's very, very important that you know what you want. If you're just trying to just be a playboy, then it doesn't matter. Those things that I just mentioned, none of this stuff matters. Right? If you're trying to get a woman that you're trying to be with for a long time, then you need to have a series of pre-qualifications. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I made, right? I thought that because I chose someone that, like my ego, right? Oh, they're going to be the right person. But I didn't realize that, man, I need to pre-qualify them, right? I was just a stupid dude. I spent all my time and energy learning about sales, marketing, real estate, business. I spent zero amount of time learning about women and like how to find the right woman, right? Like zero. Like I would have a phone script for sellers that called me, but I didn't have a script to talk to women to verify there were even high quality women, right? So this is why I'm sharing with you. So the point I'm trying to say is, guys, is that you got to have a script, right? Like some things, like when I meet a woman right now, one of the first things I ask them is like literally a deal breaker. And it sounds like simple, but I'm like, hey, are your family still together? Are your parents divorced? Same thing. And if they say yeah, I literally just like, nah, I'm not interested. Like a lot off the bat. Now, I'm not saying they're a bad person. You know, it can't be that they're going to stick around. But I'm not a gambling man. But if I was going to gamble, I would gamble that the odds of finding someone that's been a divorce, and when things get tough, they're going to bounce because they only got one vibrations of a family. It's usually the female, not the male. And the female is very unstable. They're all into their emotions. So if you're thinking about like a chick and they only grew up with their mom, or a male, they only grew up with their mom, dude, they're going to have that chick emotional instability, which is always fluctuating. Today they feel a certain way, tomorrow they're feeling a different way, okay? And a beautiful Indian girl that I just met the other day, the first phone number that I got out of 103 women that I cold approached, because the other girls, I didn't want their phone number, was that I told her, hey, I am boring. Like, I literally told her, hey, I'm a boring dude. You know, I know that women want, adventurous people, right? And what I liked what she said was that, she said, hey, man, boring means discipline. And I said, oof. Right answer, because I'm not a boring dude. I'm very adventurous. I do hikes, I do all kinds of shit, right? I ride my bike hundreds of miles. I'm a very adventurous dude, but I also am very boring. I have discipline. I go to the gym at a certain time. I eat at a certain time. I get up at a certain time. I do things in a certain time. It's just like very orderly. And I was happy that she realized that boring just means discipline, bro. And so that was awesome. And that's why I was like, cool, man, can I get your number out of 103 women? The other thing is, bro, you got to be able to say, okay, I got rejected, or okay, this girl is not for me, and continue pushing, right? Continue pushing. Don't, I talked to 103 women. Bro, that's like, in like, maybe like 6-7 weeks, in a very short period of time, guys, okay? 2 a day, every day. Okay, and that was the promise that I made to myself. I'm not going to go to like clubs, no bars. I don't do that kind of stuff. But like when I go to the coffee shop, I go to the grocery store, whatever, I see a chick, I think she's cute, I'm going to cold approach her and see what's up, see where it goes, okay? And, the point I'm trying to make is you have to be able to say, I am willing to get declined 50 times, 60 times, 70 times, 80 times. And I say decline doesn't mean like they decline you. You could decline them. So decline can go both ways. You decline the transaction, right? Or they decline you. It doesn't matter. You're willing to go the extra mile. Keep going. Not to settle till you find one potential, right? And that potential could not even work out. But then, it's kind of like, for example, real estate investing. I'll generate maybe 10,000 leads. Out of the 10,000 leads, only 1,000 leads is what I call potential. Out of the 1,000 leads, I might only buy 1 or 2 of those. Okay? The rest, I can wholesale them. I usually give them to my students for free because I'm not really into wholesaling, right? I know what I want. Again, it's very important to know what you want. I want to do rentals. Like, I'm a buy and hold guy. I'm not a fix and flipper. I'm not a wholesaler. So I have my black belt in certain things, and I stick with it in real estate. Okay? Same thing with the moving. Like, in the moving, I knew that I was specializing in this, we were doing this, we're doing this. I wasn't trying to be everything to everyone, right? And going back to the story with the women, guys, is that, dude, you have to be able to just say no, like 103 before you get one number. I mean, that sounds crazy, right? But fuck it, I mean, if I tell someone I did 10,000 leads and only bought 1 or 2 deals from those, they're saying that's crazy. But this is why I was able to put $3,000 in and then turn that $3,000 into $100,000 plus 7 years of monthly cash flow at $300, $400 a month cash flow. See? Cream of the cream. Now, some other Joe may buy every fucking deal he gets, negative equity, no equity, marginal equity, whatever, just because the seller's willing to just let him take over the mortgage, right? But just because the girl's willing to open her legs, give me the box, doesn't mean I have to jump into it. No. Say no. no, 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 no. Okay, and it doesn't have to be rude. You just be like, you can just say, okay, check it out. Like, I'm not interested. Move on, bro. Okay, so the worst thing to do is just instantly accept something, right? I mean, like, don't do it, man. Okay, please don't fucking do it. If you're talking about real estate, if, for example, which is the next point, some of the best deals that have came to me, right, never looked like a good deal. Like this girl that I talked to this last Friday, her body was all covered up. She had a jacket on. I couldn't see anything about her. I could only see half of her face. I couldn't even see her hair. I couldn't see anything. But, the other point is, like, listen to your heart. My intuition said, talk to her. And she was all covered up. I didn't want to. I talked to her. And then the more I talked to her, the more beautiful she was. You know what I mean? Like, she was, like, truly beautiful, smart, this is the one that I told, like, I'm boring. And she said, well, boring is discipline, right? And like, I thought we hit it up pretty good. That's why I asked for a number, even though we weren't talking for that long. You know what I mean? And the point of the story is that, bro, no, and the good deals they're covered up. Okay, let's talk it through real estate. There's a lot of deals that come to me and they look like a good deal, but once you do your due diligence, you realize this is not a good deal. And the deals that I really have bought are the deals that do not look like a good deal. They look like crappy deal until I did my due diligence, right? I'm like, oh shit, this is a good deal, bro. Just like the girl I'm telling you, she was all covered up. I couldn't see anything. When I talked to her, she was freaking, after she turned and looked at me, I was like, holy shit, man, you're beautiful. After she took off her jacket, I was like, oh shit, you're pretty lean too. I mean, it was just like, wow, But from the get-go, it was buried. I couldn't see it. You know what I mean? It's just like, bro. And same thing with like bicycle flipping. I wrote a book called The New Flip, where if you're looking to learn how to do real estate investing and make money today, then go ahead and check out thenewflip.com and get my course. It's a copy and paste system, but I show you how to find $1,000 bikes for just $100, dude. And then flip them for $800 and make massive money. And one of the things that I teach is there is the deals that are like covered up, right? They don't look like good deals because the seller didn't stage it right. The seller didn't take good pictures, didn't write good descriptions. But I show you how to find that stuff through my copy and paste system. Just like this young lady that I talked to, she was all covered up, dude. And, and the other thing is you have to listen to your heart, bro. Okay? Instead of your head here or here, you got to listen to your heart. And this is one of the hardest things, dude. Some people think tackling your fears is hard. No, because our heart has been talking to us for many, many years, and we don't listen to it. And the more we don't listen to it, the softer it gets. It's harder to come hear it, and you have to beg it to talk to you. But I'm telling you, man, like, when I got my moving company, it was my intuition, my heart. It wasn't my brain, bro. When I got into Bitcoin, my intuition told me. In 2016, when I got in gold, and I made a video for you guys, said gold's the play. Bro, my parents are refugees, man. Like, something told me, and it wasn't my brain, right? But my brain listened. Like, I listened to my intuition. Like, get into gold, bro. You sold some property, get into gold. Get into that Bitcoin when it was like $3,500, right? So something told me that, right? And I listened to it. Just like, something told me to talk to this chick that was all covered up. And I was like, no, I don't want to. And it was just like an internal argument between one force with the other. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're scared. You don't know what to say. The other one's like, do it, dude, bro. And I don't know why I should do it, right? But eventually I gave in to my heart. And I was like, okay, let me talk to this girl, man. You know what I mean? Even though I don't know if she looks any good. I can only see a quarter of her face. She's fully like, you can't even see any part of her skin besides her hand and quarter of her face. And like, all right, whatever. And she happened to be the only chick that asked for her phone number. So the point of the story is, listen to your heart. The point of the story is the good deals are going to be covered up, man. You know what I mean? They're not going to just be hoochie mama deals, right? Those are not the good deals, right? And you got to know what you want. You literally got to know. Like, for example, I had manifested to myself that I am going to marry an Indian woman, right? I mean, like, I'm not racist, but I've already tried other races, and I'm not interested in it. I want someone like a Persian or an Indian, something that's closer to my own culture. Like, that's it. I'm not looking for anything else. Like, beautiful white girl, beautiful Asian girl, beautiful, maybe an Asian, but Latin, black. No, I don't want that. I mean, I don't want any women that's been to their parents are separated. Like, absolutely not. Like, this doesn't make any sense, bro. And so those are like some of my things that I'm looking for. So if I see a beautiful white girl and she said her parents are not divorced, is that going to qualify for me? Right? I see a beautiful black girl. She said her parents are not divorced. Is that going no, because I've already came to a conclusion what I exactly want. Okay, once I came to the realization of exactly what I want, out of the 100 women that I talked to, 103, some of them that were not Indian, right? But I couldn't wait to practice. I needed to practice, so I just talked to every chick, right? Like, not every, like, they had to be hotties. I didn't want to talk to like 8s or 7s. I just want to talk to 9s and 10s, because that's where all the fear was coming from, talking to the really beautiful women, right? And I wanted to overcome that. So the point I'm trying to make, man, is like, you got to know what you want. You got to listen to your heart. You got to listen to your intuition. You got to be willing to take 103 failures, if I can put it that way, right? To me, they were all wins, because I tackled my fear, right? But it wasn't the prize that I wanted, right? And not saying that I got the prize today, because I just got one lead out of the 103. So now I know the ratio. I probably have to cold approach 103 women to get one good lead. Okay, and just like real estate, I knew my ratio. Just like my moving company. My moving company, guys, out of every 10 leads I called in, we would book 7 of them. In my personal training business in high school, out of every 10 leads that came in, I would book 9 of them, because I was so good at what I did. Okay, so the point of the story is good to know your closing ratio as well. Like, so I know that I have to talk to 103 women to get one qualified lead. That's it. Okay, and again, so if I want to have 10 qualified leads, then how many women do I need to talk to? Write it down, dude. And so once you know your ratio, then you can figure out, okay, how much I want to make a month. Okay, I want to make this much. Well, what is my closing ratio? Okay, well, how much do I got to spend in advertising to get this kind of leads, to get this kind of, then you can just reverse engineer what you want. And that's kind of what I did. Like, okay, I just want an Indian girl. Her parents have to be together. She needs to work out. Like, that was one of the, like, main thing. Like, man, the girl has to work out, like, literally, because I like to work out, and it'd be nice to work out with someone, you know what I mean, like, continuously, like, living a healthy life versus someone that's not healthy, and it just like just doesn't make sense, right? So anyways, like, so I had some criterias, and I stuck to my guns. And in America, those are pretty high criteria to find, like, a Persian girl or Indian girl, whatever, that they work out, that the parents are still together, and things like that, right? But hey, fuck it, dude. Just like real estate, that's why I had to generate 10,000 leads to be able to close just a couple. But those couple were the best of the best, right? Put $3,000 down, made $100K, made 6 years of passive income from a subject to deal. I mean, how many deals can you do like that, right? Where other people may be throwing down $40,000, $30,000 to buy a deal, or get traditional financing or whatever, right? So it all depends on what you want. I'm not knocking on anyone. Some people like negative equity. More power to you, bro. Some people like 5s and 3s. More power to you. Some people want to be players. More power to you. Some people just want to get married and have kids. More power to you. It's not my position to judge. I'm just helping you and helping myself by helping you to understand what I've learned, which is, like, bro, go for the baddies. Listen to your intuition. Keep taking those rejections and keep moving to your goals till you find it. Know exactly what you want, man. And the good deals are going to be covered up, bro. They're going to be covered up. That's why they're the good deals. You know what I mean? The hoochie mama, stay away from the hoochie mamas, man. Stay away from women that are just constantly trying to get attention, okay? They don't know what they want. Even if they get what they want, more than likely they're still going to be trying to get more attention, right? And so unless you want to go to a divorce, or you want to feel pain, or you want to be used, and let me give you one other tip, guys, okay? If you're a guy that is making a lot of money, man, never, ever, please learn from my own mistake. Ever flex with your fucking money around women, bro. Never let women know you make money. It's stupid. I mean, to have a badass car, to have women know you make money is the dumbest thing ever, bro. Never do that, dude. Because the women you're going to attract to yourself are going to be shitty women, man. People that just want you for that, right? Wouldn't you want to have a girl that just loves you for who you are? Or do you want a girl that just loves you for your things? Come on, man. Be honest with yourself. Because when your things run out, right, or someone else can provide more things, what do you think is going to happen, dude? What do you think is going to fucking happen? So if you're a guy with means, never. You're way better off looking vanilla, right, than looking like the top of the cream. Because sure, women will come to you. You will not have to cold approach women. Let me say that again. I was the expert having women come to me. I didn't have to cold approach any women because I did drive a nice car. I did wear shoes. I had rental homes. I had a bunch of businesses, and women will come to you. I'd worked out since 6th grade. Like, they'll just come to you. Like, they'll push themselves on you, right? But bro, they're just wanting you for one thing, and it's not you, dude. I can promise you. So if you were a goofball like me when I was younger, I would always try to, have my nice cars, wear nice clothes, just because I want the women to know that I was successful, right? But what did that give me, dude? Pain and suffering, dude. It would have been much better. I rode a bicycle. I just dressed like the way I like to, And if a chick liked me for me, and she happened to know I had some shit down the line, that's great. But just for her to like me because I have things is the dumbest thing ever. Now, if you just want to be a sugar daddy, you just want to have a sexual transaction, I get you. And see, this is why it's important to know what you want. But if you're wanting something for a long term, bro, that play is a dumb play. Because if you want something for long term and you're playing that play of flash and bling bling and flexing, right? Then you're going to attract shitty women. You know what I mean? Shitty ass women. Now, they can be beautiful and they'll give you the mirage, but you're attracting narcissists. You're going to be attracting people that just want you to extract from you, right? And this is not what I call a relationship. A relationship is where we come and build something. When someone comes to extract from you, that is not a relationship. That's a thief, bro. That's the worst thief. I'd rather have a thief in front of me with a gun, with a knife, than someone next to me with a dagger behind their back, bro. Okay? So, if you're someone that has means and you're attracting women, man, I would highly check that, man, because the society we live in, the women can take your kids, they can take your money, bro, it's not even fucking worth it, dude, right? So, trust me, and if you're a guy that has no means, then say thank you, God, because then you can find someone that likes you for who you are, and then you can work together to build something, because that's the meaning of life. To build by yourself, I've done that, bro. That's not that much meaning. To be with someone that's extracting from you is not that much meaning. To have someone you build with, that is the meaning of life, right? And someone you support, they support, and just like I don't want to say win-win, because love is not win. Like you love someone and they don't give you shit and you still love them. You know what I mean? That's what love is. It's unconditional. Like they fuck you over and you still care for them and you still support them, and that's what love is, right? So I don't want to say it's a win-win because it's like a business transaction. Love is not a win-win, but in one way it is, because you're both winning, right? So it's not an extraction, it's a giving, okay? So if you're brokey, dude, don't feel bad, bro. This is the perfect time to meet someone. A lot of guys say go make your money. I say go work on yourself, but also try to meet women at that time, dude, because that's the best time to meet someone when you're just dead broke, right? Because the person you're going to meet, they're going to just meet you for who you are. And if they don't like who the fuck you are, say thank you, God, and move on. But the worst time to meet someone is when you're at the top of your game, dude. When you're at the top of your game, all you're attracting, more than likely, is going to be people that are attracted to those things. Please let that sink in, my brother or sister. Right? I mean, both directions. Anyways, guys, don't take no for an answer. As Romeo always says, always remember, you're braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, smarter than you think, and twice as beautiful. Peace, man.